Hello there, and welcome to Feng Shui Living podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Morton. I'm so happy you're here. I am jumping out of my skin with excitement. Oh my gosh, my book, Aligned at Home, is like we're there. I can't believe it. I'm planning the events. I'm planning the book release parties. We're here. The date you want to mark in your calendar is November 7th. This is the date when the book drops. I hope you'll go out, run out, grab a copy for a friend, maybe recommend it to your book club, or pop into your favorite bookstore and tell them they should get some copies on their shelves. But I also wanted to share, I have a lot of celebrating going on, and we're going to have a lot of fun. I have 3 really fun book release parties scheduled. They're going to be interactive, so you're going to learn a little more while we're celebrating and having fun. The very first one is if you live anywhere near me in my hometown of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where I live, we're having a party on November 8th that evening at an amazing art gallery that's owned by just someone I love and I've talked about on the episode before. Going to be a fantastic event. Please come. Everyone is welcome. Come get a signed copy, take part in the evening festivities, and celebrate with me. I'll also be holding 2 book release parties in Cleveland, where I used to live. I was there with my design business for 10 years, and I have a lot of clients. We have a lot of friends. We also have quite a bit of family there. So having 2 events there, one on the west side in Rocky River and one on the east side in Willoughby. So if you are in that neck of the woods, I'd love to see you there as well. And then if that isn't enough partying and excitement, I have all kinds of book signings, other events, smaller events, and even a virtual event because I have clients all over the world and I want to celebrate with you guys. We're going to do giveaways and all kinds of free things. So watch the newsletter for all the fun, all the event listings. If you don't get the newsletter now, make sure you go sign up down in the link in the show notes. Now, on to today's episode. Today, we're going back a little bit, where I'm going to share with you one of my favorite episodes from spring. We're going to dive back in. So here's the thing. If you listened to this before, you've probably learned a lot in the past few months since this one was released. So use those new feng shui ears and explore your space a little different, okay? Let's get into this episode. Welcome to Feng Shui Living, the podcast designed for busy women who want to de-stress, live with intention, and create a home that truly supports their well-being. Each week, I'll bring you practical tips, insightful ideas, and simple strategies to enhance both your home and your life. Let's get started. Well, hello, and welcome to this episode of Feng Shui Living. I am your host, Lisa Morton. So today we're talking about that space that you walk past all the time, and you might not know the significance of it. If you're a longtime listener, I know you've heard this, but there's still good nuggets in today. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. Today, we're talking about your front door. In the world of feng shui and energetic design, your front door is so much more than just that way in or way out. Or in some people's case, a great place to put a piece of furniture in front of. Your front door is your mouth of chi, where opportunities and alignment enter your life. And so it's vital that this place be considered and approached. Just yesterday, I actually wasn't prepared to do this episode. I just wrote a bunch of notes quickly because yesterday I was interviewed for a magazine. I'm on the phone with this gal and she's asking me, she's like, Lisa, what is the one place where people really need to address, but they don't have any clue how important it is? And I'm like, it's the front door. So let me ask you, before we dive in too deep, let me ask you, what is your front door saying? Is it welcoming? Is it cluttery? Is it just asking for your attention? So let's dive deeper. Let's get into it. The front door is considered the mouth of qi and feng shui. And what that really means is that it is the mouth of where energy enters your home, where energy floods in and fills our homes, fills the rooms, fills the spaces. And then any side doors, back doors, windows are considered the eyes and ears. So that's where we let things go. The back door is kind of where we let things go, the windows. When we're ready to release energy that's no longer serving us anymore, that's how that goes. So we want to bring it in and fill it, let us swirl and fill our spaces. And then there's a time where we want to let it go. But if it's not coming in, you have nothing to release. If it's not coming in, you might be feeling stuck and stagnant. So it's important that we address this. Now, I've had so many people over the years say, I don't use my front door. I come in and go through the side door or through the garage. Again, I had a client who literally had a giant chest in front of the front door. She had an older home and the front door didn't work very well. And so she'd have guests come in the side door. But it is vital that you approach that energetic front door, the architectural front door, as your mouth of qi. So rearrange the furniture, get the door functioning well. This is important. So first of all, make sure you use it. Now, if you don't have a reason to use it, I would say get creative. What can you do? I sometimes go out the front door to water my flowers. I might go out the front door to take the dogs out. Go out the front door and pick up your Amazon packages because you know they're there. Maybe go on your morning walk through the front door versus the side door where you normally go. Somehow I want you to start using it every day if possible. Can you use it every day? Maybe make that a goal. Maybe just something you want to practice, you want to work on with your family. So I want you to then, once you start using it, I want you to be able to really read your own entryway energetically and see what it might be reflecting back to you. I might send clients on a walk, and I'd love for you to take this on. Go on a walk for a few minutes. Get grounded. Take some breaths of fresh air. And when you come back, walk up to your home as if you were a guest and you'd never seen it before. What do you see? A couple things I would say to look for is it visible? Can you see your front door? Can you see it? Is there shrubbery growing over? Can you walk to it? Is there weeds growing over the sidewalk? You can't even step. Is it visible to you? Is it approachable? Can you physically get there? Number one. Number two, is it welcoming? Does it make you, not only can you, but do you want to? If you were a stranger walking down the street and you're just like, this is a really nice house, I want to go walk up to it, would it be welcoming? I mean, maybe you don't want strangers. Maybe that's a bad example. But does it look welcoming? Does it look cared for and loved? And then number three, does it represent who you are? Does it give a sense of who you are? You know those cool homes with the exteriors and they're, you can just know they're very artistic and very cool people to have like this bright, fun door and a cool sign out front. Like, or people that, they do the paint your own welcome sign thing. And there's a table and chairs and some pots and flowers. You can tell when people really care and what they're about, what their vibe is. Maybe they love their beautiful old historic home so much. And actually, I had a conversation with my friend Laura, who focuses on historic homes. And she's like, we're bringing back the front courtyard. And I love it. I love that. What a great way to really bring love and to really show who you are and what you're about. So there are ways you can make small shifts that make a big difference in this area. This is a fresh, clean, new welcome mat. Fresh doormat where anybody wipes their feet before coming in. A fresh doormat is a great way to make a big impact. I just got rid of our dark gray front door mat and replaced it with a bright, colorful one for summer. It just felt right. I'm excited. I'm excited for this warm weather. I wanted to have this cheerful, playful, effervescent kind of vibe. And I found just the right one. So a fresh mat at your front door, maybe upgrade the lighting. Are there bulbs that are working? Are there any bulbs burned out? Can you upgrade? Can you add more lighting? You can even get some of those battery operated candles. Make sure they are meant for outdoor, because I've mistakenly bought the wrong ones, and I go out in August and there's like a melted clump of wax in my lantern. But those battery operated candles, get some battery operated twinkle lights that can go outdoors. Add light here. Not only does it just look really pretty, but it lifts the energy towards your front door. And then symbolism. Maybe you'd like to add a symbol of abundance, some sort of symbolism of protection, symbolism of love. I love to bury rose quartz in my front yard, and it doesn't have to be visible, but I want you to know it's there. Could be some smoky quartz around your front door for a sense of grounding and protection. Or amethyst is great near the front door as it transmutes energy. So someone coming, it might kind of help shift from that bad mood into a better, more positive feeling in their body. Maybe specific symbolism to represent something, a belief or a practice. Maybe you'll love a certain sport and you want to have your kids' sports teams stuff out front, signage out front, right? Outside your front door. I mean, this really tells who you are. And it's a way to just make it fun. Make it fun. There's also a side of where energy just can't find your front door, which we need to address. And I've seen this many, many times. You literally can't see the front door from the outside. So we talked about people blocking the front door from the inside, but this is outside. I've used to go for I don't know how many years. I did in-person design consultations and feng shui consultations, and I would be in my car going to client meetings. And this was even before I had GPS. I was using MapQuest. Tells you when I was doing some of this. And I remember driving around and I couldn't find their house. Actually, this happened probably 6 months ago to me. I couldn't find a house number, and I literally saw a postal carrier and it had to ask them for help, which P.S. they are a wealth of knowledge. But I can't tell you how many times I've driven up and down streets and you can't see the house number. I mean, you can guess, okay, that's probably the house number, but I don't really want to go to their house if it's not the right one. I don't want to go knocking on their door and their kids and their dogs and everything gets bent out of shape. So that doesn't feel inviting. So make sure you can see your front house numbers. Are they clear? Is it visible? Are there bushes or shrubbery growing in front? Can you clear it up? Now, you might have a very defined piece of property. You might have a very, maybe you live on 10 acres, but I want you to still have that number. It's very symbolic. Have your house number visible to any guests. Because we want to make sure that if we can't find the front door, if a guest can't find the front door, then energy is not going to find the front door. Also, I noticed too, this is funny, I didn't have this in my notes, but I was looking at, a client sent me a home to review for them. They're considering buying it, and it has a front entry, but very close is a side porch. We need to make it very clear which door is the front and which door is not the front. Now, I have tips and ways to do that, That's something to be very mindful of. If you need help with that, I still have my free 15-minute discovery calls. You can sign up for that and schedule over on the website. Very important to get into. Okay. So we talked about what happens if, why we need to make sure you can find the front door, because if we don't, we'll miss out on opportunities. We'll miss out on wonderful things coming our way. They can affect our finances, it can affect our career, it can affect our love, our health, so many different things. So that's why this space is so important. So I have 3 front door rituals that I do that I want to share with you. I do these with the intention of bringing in love and clarity and success and peace and joy. And I just think they work beautifully. And plus, it makes me feel very connected to my home. Number 1 is smudging. So when you're smudging or doing some sort of space clearing around your home, I want you to make sure you get the front door. Make sure you get it good. Go outside, smudge around the front door, around the whole kind of porch area. Don't neglect the front porch. And then also smudge the inside. So often we think about the rooms, but we don't always think about this front door area. Okay, so smudge it. Don't neglect that part. The next ritual I have is very closely related, but every morning I burn incense in my home. Maybe for 10 minutes as I'm getting my coffee, and I have this morning ritual, and it's just part of my ritual. And I burn it and waft it throughout the house. And then every morning I take that incense and I take it over by the front door and I place it by the front door to cleanse every morning. And then I'll place it outside to let it finish burning down. Just a beautiful ritual to cleanse and refresh the energy every morning at my front door. And then number 3 is a little more fun and creative and artsy, but I love to have a beautiful wreath on my front door, or maybe a sign, that has like something pretty on it, or spring. I actually just saw this one that has spring on it and flowers. It was really cute. It was like a wooden sign. I'm thinking about getting that one, but having some sort of beauty. You can make a wreath. You can pop into your craft store and pick up a wreath. Something I love to do is pick up a wreath that has like those basic things I want on it that's already pre-made. And then I add my own sprigs of a certain color. And the next year I might swap it out. Now I have to tell you, I'm so angry right now because the birds just destroyed this really pretty wreath I had. They loved everything that was in it. I had these fake little purple flowers that were so dainty and beautiful, and the birds had a heyday. So I'm a little angry with them, but I guess that's life, that's nature. So just gonna zhuzh it up, clean it up, redo it. But adding something decorative to your front door, it lifts the energy, it makes it feel beautiful, it makes it feel special and intentional. So I want to share a quick story about one of my clients who made a few front entry updates and just found alignment. So Sarah reached out. Sarah's in Ohio and was looking for a new job. She wasn't happy with her job. She was actually miserable. We'll say miserable. She did not like her job, did not like her employer, did not like her coworkers. And she'd worked really hard because we'd worked previously, and she knew where her career was, knew what to do, knew how to address it. But she's like, I just can't. I know, like, nothing's happening. I can't get a new job. I've applied for everything. I've had my resume reviewed. I've, done everything. I don't know what to do. I'm like, okay. So we talked for a while. And it came up, she actually had a lot of fear. And there was some confidence issues. So while she said she wanted a new job, taking on a new job is never easy. It is stressful. It pushes you. Like day one, you're always like, where's the bathroom? Right? It's never easy starting a new job. And it is scary. And it can push, on your confidence a little bit, and it's hard. So we really worked on that. We also then looked at her home and looked at the front door, and the front door was completely overgrown. There were some weeds out front, and the front door was just, it needed to be trimmed up. It was mimicking how she didn't really want to be visible. She wanted a new job, but didn't really want to be seen, wasn't really ready to be invited for an interview. So we made it beautiful. We trimmed up, she cleaned up, got rid of the weeds, added some pretty pots of flowers, and refreshed the doormat, checked with the lighting, all those things, and she had a glass storm door on the front. So I told her to make that sparkling, and if it gets dirty, make sure it's sparkling again. And I'm so happy to report she has moved on and is now in an amazing job doing marketing with a brand new firm. So good stuff. I love to share those moments. So after this episode, I hope you walk outside and just take a fresh look at your entry. You can do the walk down the street, come back and look at it, or just take a glance and then give it love. Wipe it down, clear it off, sweep up some debris. Just takes 2 minutes to do those initial quick things. And then you might even want to say a little blessing, a little prayer, recite a mantra, read a poem, or just talk to your front door. It's okay. You're going to feel weird, but do this. It's a really beautiful way to love on it. And let your front door, let your home know that you're ready to receive, that you are ready to receive. Remember that your front door is not just for those guests. It is for you and your future and what you want to invite in. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into our front door. If you have questions, reach out and be sure to schedule the free 15-minute discovery call and we'll go even deeper. Special thanks to our sponsor, Elevated Living School of Holistic Design and Feng Shui. For more information, head over to the show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, and share this episode with a friend. We'll see you next time.